Hello, my name is Max, and I'm here to talk about another video that I've created for how to navigate through Microsoft Office Excel 2010 or 2010. This is just a basic video for beginners who are just starting out with Microsoft Excel 2010 and they want to know how to navigate through it and use it. So let's get started. The environment that I'm using is VirtualBox, and with VirtualBox, which is from Oracle, VirtualBox, I'm using it to create a virtual environment that I can install virtual machines on, and this virtual machine is Windows 7. So let's get started. To get started with your Microsoft Excel 2010 application, what you need to do is go down to the Start button, click on Start, and from there go to All Programs, go to Microsoft Office, choose Microsoft Excel 2010, left click on it, and Excel opens up. Now, if you've seen my other video on, sorry about that, it's raining and storming outside. If you've seen my other video on Microsoft Word 2010, this is going to be a similar video because a lot of the same buttons and icons will be in the same place with a few extras. Excuse me. So, to start with, as we look up at the top, you'll see the title bar. And if you haven't named it, it'll just show Book 1, Microsoft Excel. And then if you come over to the right hand side, you'll see your three buttons again. You have your Close button, your Restore and Maximize button, and your Minimize button. That's going to be on your right hand side, up at the top right. Okay, and then if you go all the way over to the left hand side as you're looking at the sheet, you're going to have your quick access bars. Like we went over in Microsoft Word, these are just bars that you can add on quick icons or quick applications that you want to use or that you use on a regular basis. So as you can see right here, you have your Save button, and then your Undo button and your Repeat button or Redo button. Then if you want to add some more buttons, then you come all the way over here to the pull down, left click on that, and as before, you can choose whatever you want to put on your quick access bar. And like I did in the last example, let's choose spelling, and if you come back up here, you'll see spelling there. So then we zoom out, and then as you can see, for your spelling, it does a spell check. Alright, let's say Excel sheet. Put an extra E in there, enter. And then as you can see, well, it does, spell checker isn't in there, but if you highlight it, then choose spell checker, this will come up and it will show you what is not in the dictionary and what is in the dictionary. Okay, it's a suggestion. And then you can choose either ignore it once, ignore it all, change all. In this case, we'll go ahead and change it, and then, or you could cancel. Press change. The spelling check is complete for the cell text, and then press enter. And if you come back over here, it'll show you it's been saved to the correct spelling. Okay. Now We're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but that's alright. We'll go over everything before the end of this video. As I said, this is the quick access bar. You can choose, you can choose whatever you want to put on this bar for easy access or for quick access. And then below that you have your tabs. You have your File tab, which you can use for saving your Excel sheets, opening up new Excel sheets, or starting new Excel sheets, or exiting. Then you have your Home tab. It has a few buttons and options. Then you have your Insert tab, page layout, formulas, data, review, and view. Alright? And these are all pretty much the same way they were in Microsoft Word video that I did earlier for 2010. Okay? Let's jump right down here to this right here. This is going to be new. This right here is what makes up a majority of the Microsoft Excel. Okay? As you can see, let's do a zoom in. As you can see, you've got these up at top. They go from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, okay, all the way across. These right here are considered your columns, okay? And then you got your numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It goes all the way up to like 4,000. And the numbers, those are your rows, okay? And then these right here, these squares right here, these are considered your cells, okay? So, as you can see, wherever you go in the cell, it identifies where that cell is. So if you come up here in the name box, it shows that you are at column A, row 1. There's A and there's 1. And it'd be the same thing if you were to come all the way down, let's say here. You want to know what column or what row that cell is. You come back up here and you see that's going to be on column D, row 14. Alright? Now you may ask, what would you use Microsoft Excel 2010 for? And this is basically known as a spreadsheet program. It's used for plugging in numbers and formulas and keeping track of different things. It's basically a simplified version of a database. Okay, and as you look down, you'll see that they are also separated. These word sheets. Each one of these is considered a word. Not a word sheet. Excel sheet. Each one of these sheets are considered either Excel sheets or workbooks. And see, if you come back down here, they're separated by the sheet numbers. You have sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. Okay, and then of course you can add different sheets. You can add more sheets. Alright? Now, you may say, well, if I got Microsoft Word, why will I ever use Microsoft Excel? You can use Microsoft Excel to create, like I said, a simplified database. Let's say you're a small business, as an example, and you want to keep up with the business that you're running. Okay? Let's use this as an example. Let's say you're a small business and let's say you sell eBay widgets. And eBay widgets can be anything. It could be books that you want to sell on eBay. It could be shoes, purses, clothes, computers, tablets, what have you. Okay? So, you want to come here and you can create your database. So, let's say for sheet 1, you want to make it about your customers. How many customers you have to sell to. So you come down here to the sheet 1, you can right click on it, and then you can choose rename. and then we can just call this customers. Then enter. Okay. Now we can go to the second sheet, and we'll right click on it, and we'll name it products. Then press enter. And let's see, maybe you'll have a third sheet. Right click it, choose rename, and maybe you can have it auctions. Since you're dealing with eBay, you're going to want to know how many auctions you have that are live, or that have your products for sale. Press enter. Okay, so now let's say you go over the customers and you want to name all the customers that you've had to deal with since you've been on eBay. Okay, so let's say you want to come to your sales. First thing you might want to do is mess around with your cells quite a bit. You might want to move it over one extra cell. Okay, and then the first cell you might want to have customer name, and then the next one you might want to have customer user name. That was a little longer, so you might want to adjust that again. And with the columns, you can adjust them one way or the other. You can make them longer or shorter. And with this last one, you might want to put customer email, right? Okay. Then you come down here and you might have customer name, Dwayne, or Wayne D. Wayne. Username is D. Wayne, as an example, and his email is dwane@yahoo.com, right? Then you might have another customer who bought from you. His name might be Mike Williams. M. Wills, and his email address might be mwills@gmail.com. Now, I apologize if these are actual names. I'm just making up some names so that people can understand how they can use this word sheet. These are fictitious names. These I don't know these people. These are just people I made up. So there you do. You have your first database right there. Now you might want to make it look a little pretty so that you can see how everything, or so that you can identify everything, or everything can look visually professional to you. So you can go back to your cells here, and you can left click on one and drag it over. All right, and then you come up to home under the home tab. Okay, and you want to come over here and choose let's see, your borders. Okay, what I would do is I would come over here and make all borders. Okay, and see, once you highlight on the empty space, you see right there you got borders. Now you can also go back, highlight over them, and bold all of the text in the borders. You can go back over the borders themselves, and you can make them thicker. Okay, you can do that. Then you can do the same thing to the actual names. Do that, and there you go. You have your customers. Then you come over to your products, and let's see, let's just say you got products right here, and your products can be let's say you sell tablets, and so let's say you got I don't know, you got Android tablets. Then you have what do you say? You have Microsoft tablets, and then as the last one you might have Apple tablets, right? And then you might want to come over and say you've got 5 Android, and then you've got 3 Microsoft, and maybe your biggest seller might be 10 Apple. Okay, and then once again you can do your borders. All right, you can highlight your cell, come up to the Home tab, create your borders, do the same thing for your products. Create tabs. You might want to bold it, however you want to do it. I'm just using these as examples to show you how you can work with it with Microsoft Excel. And then for the other one over here, you might want to come over here and you might want to lengthen your cell again, and you might want to say how many auctions you got. You might have auctions. Oops. Once I learn how to spell auctions, right? You create the title auctions. Then you can have, let's say, eBay. And I think there's one called Etsy. And then there used to be one called UBids. Don't know if that's still in existence, but that's good right there. And then again, you can make your borders. You can make your borders. And then you might want to put in there, you got 3, or no, I'm sorry. This week you might have, let's say you have 5 eBay auctions. Let's see. And to navigate around in here, you can use the down arrow, the up arrow, the arrow to the right, the arrow to the left, or if you want to, you can use your tabs. That's a tab. If you hit shift then tab, and it goes backwards. Okay. And then let's see, you might have 5 and 5, right? Okay. And so now you've got 15 auctions, 5 of each. Okay, and then you're definitely going to want to make these. Well, you might want to, you might not. All right. So then you got that. So then if you go down to the bottom, as you can see, you have a worksheet for customers, you have one for products, and one for auctions. Okay? That's your mini database right there, and you can use Excel for that. And then, once you're done with all that, you can go over to File, go down to Save As, left click on that, and then since this is document, you would want to save it in the Documents folder. Okay? Let me go up. Let me zoom in. So you have 4 basic folders that come with Microsoft Windows 7. You have Documents, Music, Pictures, and Videos. I would suggest saving it under Documents since it's already a document. So then you come over here where it says File Name, and you put in whatever name you want to put. You can put customer _ info, or business info, right? And then you can choose how you want to save it. Save it as type, right? I think we can zoom out of here now. You choose whatever type you want to save it as. I would choose saving it as an Excel worksheet. But you have many options. You can save it as an Excel macro. A macro is basically a scripting tool that you can use with Excel. You can save it as a binary. You can save it as an earlier version of Microsoft Excel, either 97 or 2003. If you want to save it as a version that I believe is compatible both with 2007 and 2010, I would just choose the Excel worksheet. Alright, but it's up to you. The author is me, that's my name, and then you can just go ahead and click Save. And if you look up at the top in the title bar, there's our name for this worksheet. It's Business Info. It's a Microsoft Excel worksheet. So let's zoom out of there. And there you go. And that's how you can make a simple database with Microsoft Excel. There are a lot more things that you can do with Excel, but that I believe that this little tutorial is enough to get you started with. And then you can go ahead and close it. Make sure you've saved all of the changes that you want before you close it. Okay? And then you can, the final thing is like in Microsoft Word, you can also add pictures and whatever you want to. If you go to the tab, these right here, if I didn't go over them, apologize, I was probably moving a little too quickly. These are your tabs that have your different tools in them. Okay? As you can see right there where my mouse is over them. View, Review tab, Data tab, Formula tab, Page Layout tab, Insert tab, Home tab, and then the File tab. Okay, and basically all of the tools under each tab is self-explanatory. And as you use Microsoft Excel, it'll become more explanatory to you as you use it. But for adding a picture, you just go over to the Insert tab. Okay, and then you would choose whatever you want to add, either a picture, a clip art, shapes, I don't know what smart art is, or a snapshot. All these are dependent upon files that you saved in other folders. So let's just zoom out. What we are going to do is we're going to add a picture. You can choose down here where you want to put the picture. I'm going to choose to put it roughly right here under, let's see, that would be row 8 and column D. And you might want to make it a certain size, right? Then you come up here to picture, you left click on picture, it's going to go to your picture folder by default. If you have a picture or a different picture in another folder, from here you could just choose another folder. Okay? But for now, for basic purposes, we're going to choose the picture folder. We're going to choose Spaceship, and it populates the picture name right down there at the bottom. And then you just choose Insert. And there you go. There's the spaceship right there. Now, if you want to move it, you can move it wherever you want to. Alright, if you want to adjust the shape, you can adjust the shape if you want to. But since this is a new change, what you also might want to do is you're going to want to save it before you close it. And just come up here to your quick access folder. Okay. And as you can see, there's the icon for save. You just left click on it and you've saved the changes, right? And then you just, let's just zoom out. Okay, and now you've saved the changes. So you created your first Excel worksheet. And I believe that'll be it for today. Thank you very much for looking at this video, and you have a good day.